Well, good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing today? Josh, how are you today?
Doing well, sir. Thank you.
And Brad, how about yourself? Brad Fansley is our
Do,
internet manager here at the Hiley Automotive Group.
doing great. Staying in, staying
Good. Glad
warm.
to see you guys. Good. Glad to see you
Thank you.
all. Hey, listen, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us today and letting you know that we're here live. We're going to do a live stream from Facebook on both Hiley Hyundai of Burleson and Hiley Mazda of Burleson. So it's great to see everybody who's joined us and be a part of everything. So I wanted to at least introduce myself. My name is Randy Leva. I'm the used car manager here. And I've got Josh Snyder, the new car manager for Mazda. And I've got Brad Fansler. He is our internet manager here for both stores, Mazda, Genesis, as well as the Hyundai stores. So, Brad, welcome aboard. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to start this right off the bat. Let's start with Josh today. Josh, I want to go over some things. I think Mazda's introduced a couple of new programs that I think our customers would be happy to hear. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that, okay?
Absolutely. So actually, it's part of it is coming from Mazda. Part of it is coming from the Highly Mazda Burleson store down here. What we're offering right now is going to be a 180-day, 6-month payment deferment special. So right now, you're going to be able to come in and get a CX-5, which is our top seller vehicle, our SUV second row. Absolutely great vehicle. Those are going to be starting out at $399 a month with zero out of pocket. So you're going to be able to walk in and sign and drive a brand new CX-5 for $399 a month, and that's owning the vehicle. And this is only for a 72-month term. It's not doing anything crazy that you normally wouldn't do. The biggest advantage right now is you're not going to have a payment until October, which is absolutely huge for us. We're extremely excited to have the opportunity to do that for our customers and help them out in this, especially in this time right now. A lot of people could definitely benefit from that. I mean, it's unheard of to see Mazda be able to do anything similar to this, and so we're really excited about that. And we're going to be doing that on a few different models that we'll be going over during the program today.
So to be clear, you've got a 2020 Mazda CX-5. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's a brand new 2020. This is not a demo special. We have several in stock. We have a ton of inventory to choose from. This is not going to be limited to certain models. You're going to be able to do the payment deferment special on any CX-5 that we have in stock. The $399 payment does start off on our sport model, which is going to come with a lot of safety features. Standard Mazda has been very big on making sure that safety is a very key important part of being a Mazda product, and so we've won a top safety pick on almost every vehicle that we make, including the CX-5. And so you're going to get a lot of those cool features that you see on television with automatic braking, the lane departure warning, the lane keep assist, the blind spot monitor. All those things are going to be standard for this really inexpensive payment.
Okay, good. So about inventory right now, you guys aren't shortchanged there. You've got plenty of inventory there, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got over 120 cars in the inventory right now, which is about 50% more than what we normally carry. But we want to make sure we have plenty of options for our customers right now, because the last thing we want to do is make you wait 3 or 4 days for us to go and get a vehicle from another store. We do have a lot of inventory at our other stores as well that we normally pull from. But right now we have a huge selection of every make and model, every color option from our Soul Crystal Red to our Sonic Silver, our Eternal Blue. We have a lot of different options to choose from right now, so we have them all in-house ready to go to be delivered directly to your house, to your business, to wherever we need to at that to make sure we can accommodate our customers. We're here, we're stocked up, we're ready to go, and we're stacked up with inventory ready to go to help our customers out with any way we can.
Okay, speaking of which, Brad, I want to come to you for just a minute. Thank you for your time for a minute. I'll come right back to you, Josh. Brad, let me ask you something. I've noticed here recently that, every store, every dealership in town is offering, store-to-door delivery, and that, sometimes it can be a real godsend and it's easy to do. But more importantly, it really depends on the dealership and how they go about doing it. I notice in your end of it as the internet manager, you've done several deliveries like that. Tell us about how that's worked out.
Well, I mean, first off, thanks for the opportunity to have this conversation. But man, the at-home deliveries have been a blessing to our customers and to our sales staff to keep everybody safe and healthy. We've gone all the way down to Temple, Texas, which is about an hour and a half, and delivered a car to a higher risk person due to age. So we've communicated through our texting tools that we have. We've been able to do all the paperwork remotely, or we take it with us upon the delivery where we can actually stay safe distances away, have everything marked, deliver the customer the copies of their contract remotely, and do the full delivery so that we still hit the standards that we expect, not only from a manufacturer standpoint, but also from what we do here at Hiley, Hyundai Burleson. So it's just being able to really accommodate and help everybody, keeping everybody as safe as possible, protecting our employees, protecting our customers, but just really being able to have the ability to work remotely with them to complete these car deals and deliver them, and still being able to make a good representation.
That's wonderful. So you found it to be an easy process on our part as well, and the customer seems to be pleased with how we've taken care of them?
Oh, absolutely. I think our customers feel that we've gone above and beyond. We've met people in shopping malls just because halfway distances. But I think that for us and the customers, it's been a great experience. It's something that we have learned and adapted to, but we knew was an option that we could do. So, as much as we love being able to have people come in and really get to utilize our facilities, at this time, we're doing the best things, which, if that's taking it to your front door, if that's doing remote contracting, if whatever we need to do, we're stepping up because we still want to make sure that we are able to give our customers the needs and expectations that they want.
Now that's also included on the Mazda side as well as Genesis, because I know you're the Genesis manager over here as well. So we're able to complete each manufacturer's required documentation and delivery process that we've been doing for years, but stay within the parameters that the manufacturer expects out of us to handle the right delivery for our customers. Is that correct? Nothing changes there.
Yes, sir. Nothing changes. I mean, we talk to them. We walk through the delivery checklist. We provide whatever expectations they need. It's able to really be able to give these expectations that are put on us as dealers for Mazda, Hyundai, and Genesis, but to express them to our customers. So that way, when they do get, when they get their service calls or when they get set up for their first service appointments, that they know that we're still here and we will help them in any way possible.
That's terrific. One other thing I was mentioning, and I was talking, I think, off camera earlier when we started talking, we do have a lot of communication between the management team and with our sales floor as well as you. But I don't think what people do not realize is that we don't miss opportunities with trade-ins, trade values. We don't miss anything because part of that process of going and delivering a car, we also will pick up their trade and bring it back. So that's one less concern that the customer has as far as doing business. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's been a big thing for us, is the ability to appraise and to bring the trade back for the customer. They feel very comfortable with that. They send us the information that's requested. We do all this virtually through either email or text message or phone call, and we're able to do the appraisals off site, and we give extremely fair appraisals, and the customers really seem to appreciate that. They seem to really enjoy the fact that we will help them remotely even on that, because their biggest fear is having to come in and deal with the situation, especially where we're at now. So being able for us to handle it all and to pick up their trade and pull it out of their driveway and leave them with a brand new car, I feel like it's just been an amazing experience, and it's great for them.
Well, as a used car manager, especially being able to bid and look and review trades constantly, I don't think we've missed any opportunities. That's for sure. But I also know it takes a lot of effort on our part as well as the customers to communicate effectively and make sure all the right information is there so we can put top value in their trade-ins and we don't miss those opportunities. One other thing I was looking at too when we were looking through this, you mentioned completing their paperwork. Does that include finance documents? So we arrange financing for them prior to? Is that something we're doing easily and effectively in your eyes and what you're seeing being done?
Oh, absolutely. We are able to send our customers either through text messages or through emails links to our credit application so that we can go ahead and get them approved. We can go ahead and fully work the deal, draw up the paperwork, have the paperwork ready to go, take it with us. We can leave the copies with the customer at the site for their reference once they've signed. We have everything ready to go. We want to make this as easy and seamless and as possible with our customers. We don't want it to be that in a week or two or longer that we have to contact them again and recontract or have to redo anything. We want this to be a fully efficient machine that we can work. And so far, in our experience, we've done great. I've been very pleased. I've been very happy with how it's working. And again, like I said, our customers are absolutely loving it. The fact that we were able to bring, in further distances is something that I think we're doing above and beyond that a lot of dealers are not.
Good. Well, one thing too, I don't want you to think, and I don't want our customers to think either, that we're shying away from doing anything online that's easy and effective. We also talked about direct messenger, video completion of loans and deals and finalizing this. We've also talked about doing FaceTiming. We've also talked about doing other means and avenues such as Skype to be able to have a customer be able to know who they're dealing with one-on-one and completion of everything so they know what's happening. Is that something that we're incorporating or starting to do now? Is that going to change in the future?
Yeah, that is something that we are doing now, and I feel like that's a way that we're going to continue to work going forward. Being able to do full video walkarounds of a car so that the customer sees it. You don't want to buy a car that you've never seen. So us being able to do full walkaround videos and send those, or FaceTime walkarounds, or Facebook Messenger walkarounds with the customer, being able to go over the full car with the customer allows us to really interact with them, and we're fully a part of it, the deal with the customer. And they do the same with us. They'll send us pictures of their car. They send us pictures of what walkarounds of their vehicles, so that we know on the trade that we're seeing that if there is something different about it. That way we're not surprised upon delivery. It's being a full remote interactive dealership, which is something that is been discussed always for the past several years, but with where we are now, it's something that's been enforced, and I feel like we've done a great job at it. We are way ahead of others.
You mentioned something. That little statement you said about a full remote interactive dealership. I think that says it all. We do everything we can to make our process easy. We do everything we can to make our process transparent. And as a full remote, accessible dealership, it sure makes it easy, and we appreciate that. Brad, I know you're spearheading other things that are going to make it easier for our clients. I do want them to be aware of the fact that reaching you directly isn't going to be a problem. So our main number here to reach you is 817-945-9900. They're going to ask for you directly. Brad Fanza, our internet manager, and you predominantly do new vehicles on both sides of the fence, but you are available for used sales in the event of. So I'd like to think you're one of our well-rounded salespeople here at the dealership, and we do appreciate you. Don't go running off on me, please, because I'm going to come back to you with some other things. I know Hyundai's got some new programs that we need to discuss, so I want to make sure that we cover that with our clients, okay?
Absolutely.
Brad, are you there, bud? Excuse me. I've got you over here. Josh, I didn't get you bored or falling asleep yet, did I?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good. So we've got Josh Snyder back as our Mazda manager. In the last session that we had online, what have you noticed has been a bigger difference for us? Do you think our customers have been a little bit more informed? Do they feel more comfortable with what we're doing? Have you noticed any feedback that matters? In other words, are we going in the right direction to assist our customers and make this a good process for them?
Absolutely. Honestly, this is nothing new for us, and I think a lot of our customers have always heard about doing the type of experience that we're offering now has been available to people who are not from this area. About a month and a half ago, before anything really started happening around the world, I had a customer up in Oklahoma that had been interested in a 2019 we had left, a brand new Signature. This is a fully loaded out vehicle. We're talking a $40,000 car that someone's having to fly into Texas to be able to pick up. And so obviously, in order to make that commitment to spend that kind of a money back when flights were $300 or $400 to come down to Texas to buy a vehicle sight unseen, never driven the car itself, really had to put a lot of trust into us. And so I personally went out to the vehicle, via FaceTime and was having about a 20-30 minute conversation, going over every inch of this car to make sure that they had 100% confidence in the decision to do business with us. And honestly, it was a great experience. Whenever they came in, everything was ready to go, printed up. We had went and picked them up from the airport. We had done all these things that we talk about doing now has become kind of a norm. But again, this is nothing new for us, guys. We've been doing this for so long, and this is the easiest way to buy a car. This has always been the way that can save you a ton of time, a ton of money, because essentially you cut your time frame down of spending 3 or 4 hours, 6, 7 hours, 8 hours even at a dealership, of sitting around waiting for paperwork to get printed to be able to go back and forth. This has given us an opportunity to cut through all of that and cut your time frame down to a mere 20 minutes, 10 minutes of just doing here and there, spending a few minutes doing an application online, spending a few minutes over the phone going over payments and options in terms of our approvals we have with our lenders that are doing a phenomenal job helping us get these approvals with some exceptional opportunities to be able to save a ton of money on interest rates being as low as they are, deferring payments like we've talked about, and really and truly it's just taking everything to the next level that we've been trying to do for years in the internet department, trying to grow a online experience that we can be able to make everything a lot smoother, because no one wants to spend their entire Saturday coming to sit at a car lot, walking around, especially in this in the Texas heat that's coming up. The last thing you wanted to do is walk around and wait for someone to pull up a car and wait for this and wait for that and wait for the manager to come out and finally give you the best deal. You're getting an opportunity to work with us directly with our internet managers, with our sales managers, to make sure that you're getting everything brought to you from the very beginning. You're always going to get the absolute best deal up front, and we're going to make it a really smooth, easy process. And honestly, I think our customers are going to really come to enjoy this new way of doing business for them, because they've never really had the opportunity to experience this. But frankly, guys, I mean, it's really the best way to do business, and it's a lot more transparent. It gives you a lot more control over the situation, and that's something a lot of people like to have. And so customers are really responding in a positive way to this, because really and truly they're enjoying the ability to do business their way and do business in a way that they've never done before. Everyone loves Amazon for a reason. Everyone loves being able to go online and shop and compare and do the retail experience in the comfort of their own home, in their couch or in their bed next to their loved ones, and being able to show off like, hey, look at this awesome car that we're looking at, look at this awesome product that we're going to be able to experience as a family. And we're bringing that to you in a whole nother level. We're doing videos, we're doing FaceTime, we're doing pictures, we're doing all these things to try and make it to where you have everything you need to make an informed decision at the comfort of your own home. And what's better than that? Honestly, at the end of the day, there's nothing better than be able to relax, do things at your own pace, and do things that save you time and money. And at the end of the day, you get to have a vehicle brought directly to you. Or even if you want to come up to the dealership to pick it up, a lot of people have different decisions on how they want to go about that final step of getting to take delivery of their vehicle. And so if you wanted to come up here and be able to, unfortunately, we can't shake hands as much as we used to. Though, we used to hug it out a lot of times with our customers because they'd be so
I
thrilled
never
about the
did. I
experience.
didn't hug anybody. Just so you know.
Randy was more of the air high five kind of guy, but it's okay.
No, not even. No.
We we love all of our customers, though. At the end of the day, we treat them like family, and at the end of the day, their safety is our number one concern. So we're doing everything we can to give them a great experience and to be able to cater to them as much as possible. And that's ultimately our goal, is to make sure that we are essential. We're doing everything we can to stay here and do our job to make sure we're taking care of our customers and our community. So we're really just thankful to be able to be here and take care of you guys. So
thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Stay put. I'm going to come back to you. Brad, I'm going to come to you for just a minute. But while we were doing this, we had a couple of questions, or actually statements. Number one, Elizabeth indicated, actually, I'm going to start with Mark. He says, does anyone need a car right now? Wouldn't it be safest for everyone, especially your staff, to stay at home? Well, let me address this for you real quick. First of all, we're monitored staff every other day. We have half our crew in and the other half of our crew stays home. We can still monitor via our text messaging, as well as some of the indicators that Brad had talked to everyone about earlier. But more importantly, we can have a direct communication with you. So when we do make arrangements for your vehicle to come in and take delivery, or if we bring it to you, we're doing it in a safe manner. So while your concerns are noted, we are very concerned and aware of what we need to do on our part. So Mark, rest assured that if we do stay home, there's a reason for that, and it's not because of any other reason other than what's safest for our employees and as well as our customers. And we do that with our service department as well, that we can make arrangements to come pick up your car for service locally and bring it in for servicing and take care of in a safe manner. The response to that, we had one of our listeners, Elizabeth, I appreciate you responding. Her response was, yes, my daughter was in an accident this week and her car was totaled. First of all, I hope she's okay, Elizabeth, and everything's all right. But more importantly, that, along the same lines, that she's had the opportunity to review her position and what's going on in the future. Elizabeth also indicated she's in a temporary rental, but only has a few days to purchase a car. So yes, having options to still purchase a car in these crazy times is really important. So I think it works both ways, Mark, Elizabeth. I mean, there's always going to be a need for service, and also more importantly, to provide you a service to buy a car. We want to make sure we do that, as Josh touched base on that. And one of the reasons why we've been talking today and talking with Brad as well about how easy it is. So there are two sides of the coin. We always want to stay safe when we do this, but we also want to take care and look after our employees, and also more importantly, our customers that come in and do business with us. So thank you for both those questions. Brad, I'm going to take it over to you for just a minute, kind of go over a couple things. Number one, initially Hyundai had come out with some different programs. Initially, I think the initial short-term program was 84 months available for 0% with 4 months deferred on certain year model cars, not all of their cars. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and what have they done since then? What has Hyundai brought to the table that makes a difference?
Well, Hyundai's really stepped up to the plate, and I'm very proud of them. They've opened up their first responder program to all healthcare professionals. So that's all healthcare professionals and hospital
fantastic.
employees.
That's great.
So that's something that has been a big deal. So they all now receive, it's a $500 rebate that they get for being a first responder or healthcare employee on all new Hyundais. So definitely we want to thank those people for all the work they do. So being able to reward them with this help is a great thing. They've also, this is what's really exciting, on all 20 model year Elantras and all 20 model year Tucsons, they're offering to qualified buyers 0% financing up to 84 months and 120-day deferred payments. That's insane. They really came to the table.
Whoa. Go back for a second. I mean, interrupt you. I want to make sure I heard that right, okay?
Okay.
So they're bringing to the table on which models now? And what term, and what are they doing for it?
They're doing on Elantras, 2020 Elantras and 2020 Tucsons, Hyundai Tucsons and Hyundai Elantras, 0% financing up to 84 months with 120-day deferred.
That's great. That's really great. So does that apply for everybody, or just our frontline people, personnel, or is that just the additional rebates that are going on?
That's just the additional rebate applies to them, but for everybody that qualifies on the Tucson and the Elantra, we are offering that 0% for 84 months and 120-day deferred. They've also stepped up their rebates on a couple of other cars, our Venues and our Konas. They've really put some more cash out there to really push those incentives. So my thing is if you're interested in a vehicle, in a Kona, a Venue, a Tucson, or an Elantra, let us know. Get a hold of us soon. Let's see if you get out there. Let's see if you qualify. Great options. If you're on the front line and you need some help, let us have a chance to work with you.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Based on the frontline additional incentive that you've talked about, you said it was $500 rebate. What is the requirements so we know correctly, so we don't feed information wrong? What do they need to provide us so we can help them get the most rebates and incentives? Because realistically, we appreciate everything that they're doing. And, without them, a lot of this wouldn't be stemmed sooner and not have to wait for later. So we want them to be as taken care of as we possibly can. So what is required to make that rebate work?
We need to get a copy of a pay stub. We need a copy of a hospital or a badge, something that just shows what they do as an employee. So
Okay.
that, if you're coming to buy a car, we're probably going to need your proof of income anyways. So that pay stub would definitely be a benefit. But those are things that you can bring in that we can help you and secure you into that. But that's not just, typically it was first line responders, it was your ambulance drivers, your EMTs, your police officers, opening it up to all hospital employees and all healthcare professionals. That is a really good way that Hyundai has really stepped up to show the community how much they appreciate them.
Well, we
Does that
appreciate
include the
everybody
janitors? I mean, they
Well,
work at
you're-
healthcare facilities, right?
It's defined, there is as defined by the U.S. Labor Bureau of Statistics. But from what we've said is all healthcare professionals and hospital employees. So it doesn't
There you
specify
go.
nurses,
There you go.
LVNs. So, let's go.
Okay, good. All right, I want to touch base on something else too, while we're on the Hyundai side and making sure you being Genesis certified and internet certified with Genesis, is there anything else that we bring to the table, being that we're Mazda, Hyundai, and Genesis dealership here in Burleson, Texas? What else are we doing on the Genesis side that you can bring and let everyone know?
Well, we've got some great opportunities on some 2019 models that we still have out there. We still have a few Genesis G80s and a few Genesis G90s that have got remarkable markdowns on them. So they're brand new. They still, they're 2019s, but they're still brand new. We've got a markdown that it's unreal. These cars are insane. If you haven't driven one and you're interested in a luxury vehicle, a G80, G90, you need to come get one. I'm going to tell you right now, I bought one. I bought a G70 and we bought a G80. Best cars I've ever. I absolutely love them. And for the price that you can get it, those are amazing options. So if you're even interested, before you go out and spend the money on a Lexus or a different Mercedes, a different version of a high-end car, give us a shot. Give us a test drive. Come by. Don't give us a test drive. Give the car a test drive. Sorry, but we're trying to make money. No, get some people. Come by, drive these cars. They're amazing vehicles. You will not be disappointed, especially for the prices. And if you're interested in the 2020s, we've got those too. We've got them here. We've got a good amount of inventory. Just let me know. Holler at me. I'll be happy to video the car, send it to you. I'll be happy to drive the car by, let you look at it. We really want you to understand that these cars are phenomenal, and you're going to get an amazing car in a luxury style for an affordable price. So there's my 2 cents on Genesis. Love the cars.
There you go. Well, not just the fact that I know recently you purchased one, so I thought that would give us a little input or insight. But more importantly, the fact that we do have other incentives available, not just on one make and model. I just had a call come in, or actually someone wrote up on our Facebook. One of the concerns is that will this temporary income that is affecting a lot of people, will it affect their ability to buy a car? And the answer is no, it won't. And the reason why I'm bringing that to your attention is that everybody's credit's different. We have finance programs available for everybody. We're not limited to certain makes, models, or rebates or lenders that we do business with. We will work with you on every facet and step of your credit, of your purchasing ability, your buying power. We'll review. May not be a brand new car. It could just be a late model used or certified pre-owned that we can put you in. But I can assure you, we probably are more diligent, and like we always have in the past been, but we're very diligent about your concerns being able to buy a car and being able to buy the right car. So we're going to do everything we can on the credit side to assist you. But Galen, I believe you asked that question. I just want to make you aware of the fact that we are here to assist you. You can still reach us directly. We can take care of your needs, and more importantly, help you into the car you want, even with limited or adjusted income. And please keep in mind, Hyundai also offers, in the event that you had purchased a vehicle recently, that they can also adjust and make your payments for you up to 4 months, and in some cases 6 months, depending on the year, make, and model. So we're going to do all we can to assist you. Josh, we're going to take it back to you. I know that, Brad, you're going to have to be leaving us here shortly. You've got another customer coming in that you're taking care of. I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate your time with us. We will defer any other information through via internet, texting, or also direct phone calls to you. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. And everybody stay safe out
All
there.
right. Have a good day, sir. Okay, Josh, we'll
You
get you
too.
back in here for just a minute. Okay, one of the questions that came up, and one of the things I want to make you aware of, did we by any chance have to um, look at anything new that Mazda came up with? I know you mentioned the CX-5 earlier. What other components of the new buying processes and rebates, incentives, special rates are out there? Can you run that down for our Mazda customers, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest things that we talked about the other day was that Mazda has recently doubled their loyalty program, which is huge. Mazda's always been a big proponent of their loyal customers. So if you currently own a Mazda or you have one in your household, so it doesn't matter if you have a roommate, if you have a family member, or if there's somebody is in your household essentially that has a Mazda registered to that address, you're able to get this incentive. So this takes it from $750 to $1,500. That is on top
Wow,
of
that's
all
big.
other incentives. It's huge, absolutely. The biggest thing for us is you also get special programs with Mazda financial services when it comes to financing. So if you're a current Mazda owner, they actually do give you some special incentive rates and some special advanced rates available. So we've seen rates as low as 0% right now with our incentivized program. So right now, if you're looking for an opportunity to use your money wisely that you have, honestly, this is going to be the time to take advantage of some of these programs. If you're driving a car that doesn't have the best condition of tires or the AC is not working great, I know I personally have had other products that weren't as good to me as a Mazda was, and honestly, I mean, it was the best decision I've ever made to get into a new Mazda. Um, Frankly, I thought you really were not going to be disappointed. I've worked for a number of brands that are out there, and Mazda's actually been awarded the most reliable vehicle brand that's a non-premium brand by Consumer Reports, and so that's a really big honor. I thought I know Toyota and Honda have been at the top of everybody's list when it comes to reliability, but you really got to give it to Mazda for coming out with some really reliable products. I mean, realistically, the brand itself has grown exponentially and has really improved on its vehicles over the last few years. They came out with a brand new vehicle, the CX-30 we talked about the other day, that has a 190 payment special right now that's available. And we have about 15 of those in stock. And honestly, these are very hot commodity vehicle that's coming up to be, competing with our number one seller, the CX-5. This vehicle is just a phenomenal vehicle. It has a lot of remote connected services that are standard on that vehicle now, and that is something that's new for Mazda. With the connected services, you have built-in Wi-Fi in the vehicle, the remote start, the unlock, and the locking features from your phone, and that's available anywhere. So you don't have to be within a certain range of the car. You can be on the other side of the world, essentially, and still be able to access your car and make sure it's secure, which is a really cool feature that we haven't offered before. And so we're really excited to have that. Another special I really wanted to talk about is our Mazda 6 sedan. So this is our full size sedan. It's a absolute dream to drive. This thing is equivalent, of my opinion, a Cadillac or a Lexus or a BMW. This thing has a few different options as far as performance goes. We have a higher package. It's called our Signature and Grand Touring Reserve that has a turbo engine. And I mean, this thing flies. It's one of those cars that you're driving down the highway and you don't even realize it, and all of a sudden you're getting up into that 90, 95 mile an hour, and you thought you were going 60, 65. So that adaptive cruise control that's available is going to be really helpful with this type of car, because it can get away from you. This thing is so smooth and accelerates at such a high peak performance type vehicle. It's just a lot of fun to drive. I hope you guys take time to come out and take a look at it. The special we have on this car is $365 a month with $0 out of your pocket. $0, zero, zilch.
Is this a
Not
lease or a purchase? Is this a lease
This
or a
is a
purchase?
purchase. This is a 72-month purchase. And
Okay.
again, we're going to do that deferment special. We're going to do it 180 days to your first payment, which is absolutely unheard of. You hear a lot of companies doing 0%. You hear a lot of companies doing 84 months. You hear a lot of companies doing the 4-month deferment. We wanted to really step it up with Burleson Mazda. We really wanted to go the extra mile for our customers because right now you're going to see 90-day deferments a lot of times, but honestly, we want to give you till October to make that first payment. We want to make it a special deal for you guys and really give you an opportunity to save some money in this time that money is very precious right now with that, guys. We want to make sure you have enough money to take care of whatever you need to take care of. So if you have a payment right now and you want to take a break from it for 6 months, come by and see me personally. I want to make sure you get taken care of. If you want to do it remotely, we also have that option as well. Brad had talked about it quite a bit, about doing our remote delivery process, our remote vehicle purchase process via online with our website, with our videos. And again, we can work everything 100% over the phone, over the computer, whatever way is going to be most convenient to our customers. Right now, we are doing everything we can to make sure we're staying available for our customers, staying safe. We're following all of our guidelines to make sure we're doing everything the right way. Because at the end of the day, our customer safety is the most important thing to us. But also, we want to make sure you guys can get to those essential jobs right now. Because if you're a fireman, like my brother is a firefighter right now, and frankly, he needed to get out of his pickup because he got a job that was a lot further away from his house, and so that gas mileage difference for his family is a huge thing. So he's trading out of a pickup and going into a Mazda 6 and the special we have going on right now. And honestly, that's going to be a game changer for him. He's going to be going from 18 miles a gallon to 35 miles a gallon on a full-size sedan that can fit his family in there. He's got a little girl that he needs to be able to have a car seat in the back for. And frankly, that big difference, that 6-month payment difference right there is going to save him a ton of money. And, he's very thankful for me to be able to help him out with that in a time like this. But our first responders and our healthcare workers are very important to us. We need to make sure they can get to work and keep us all staying healthy and staying safe. So we're really doing everything we can. That's why we're here, is to help everybody that's in need one way or another, to make sure they can get to work, get to the grocery store, get to whatever they need to be doing that's essential right now. And right now, guys, we just really want to remind everybody that hey, we are here. We are open. Our service department is here. Paul Ortega is our service manager over at Mazda, and he is on site, ready to take care of our customers every single day. Our hours have changed a little bit, but we are still here. Service is still here from 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock during the week, and from 8 to 5 on Saturdays. So if you guys need to schedule a service, we're actually offering a valet service where we come pick up your car for service. As long as you live south of I-20 and north of 67, I got informed of this today, that we are offering to come pick up your vehicle for service. We are doing free sanitation, sanitizing the vehicles to make sure that they are not only clean, but also sanitized for our customers to make sure they stay safe. And so they can get those essential things done that they need done to their vehicles so that they can stay on the road and keep getting to work and getting their vehicles taken care of in this time.
Yeah, Josh, let me interrupt you for just a second here. One of the things that you did bring up, and I want to make sure I'm clear on, so our customers are as well. First of all, the best number to reach you directly and the best number at the store, go ahead and repeat that, then I'll move into my question. What is the best numbers to reach you at? Go ahead.
It's 817-778-9060. That's our direct number up here.
Okay, and that way they can reach you or any of your sales staff, is that correct?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, so going back to the question I had was, and we'll move on. I've got about 4 or 5 back-to-back questions. I hope that you're prepared, because there will be a test on this afterwards, okay? And I know how to do that, all right? So anyway, number one, you had said that you have our owner loyalty, or with Mazda, they moved from 750 to 1500. Is that correct? Is there any limits on that particular program? Tell me about that real quick.
So again, the one thing you can't do is, if you have 3 Mazdas at home, we can't use it 3 times. We can we can use it on as many vehicles as you want to buy, though. So if you have 3 vehicles and you want to replace all 3 of them, we can use them on all 3 vehicles. So the only limit is that the vehicle that you currently own has to be registered to your household. And so what we do is we'll just verify the registration to make sure the car is located at the same address as you are. And we'll turn that information to Mazda so you can use that incentive to go towards your new vehicle.
Okay, all right. And number 2, can you use the incentives with other incentives that Mazda is offering right now? In other words, if I have a $500 rebate and a $1,500 owner loyalty, can I combine the two?
Absolutely. So the owner loyalty is combinable with all of our incentives. So you can use that with our incentivized interest rates. You can use that with our deferment program. You can use that with our our other cash rebates that we have available. So, for instance, right now, if you own a Mazda and you want to get into a new Mazda 3, so we have $1,750 in rebates on a Mazda 3 sedan on a 2020, and then you have $1,500 in owner loyalty. So you'd get a total of $3,250 total incentives just from Mazda on top of our incentives we have from the dealership. So we definitely have
So
a
you
ton
have
of opportunities.
$3,250. You have $3,250 available on a Mazda 3 as far as total rebates, and that's before any of our discounts or anything else that we're offering and available as far as what we're doing right now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's gonna be if you own a Mazda currently.
Okay. All right. All right. Third question is on the special rebates and special incentives. And I know you said some of them. Does that apply to all of our special incentives like 0%, 1.9, or 2.9? Does that preclude any of those, or can you utilize those with the rebates, incentives, and of course, Mazda owner loyalty?
So when it comes to the incentives and the incentivized rates, you're able to. It's an either or when it comes to the national
Okay. All right.
advertised customer cash.
Okay. All right. So you can use one, you can't use both in some cases, but you can utilize all the rebates in particular makes and models that will increase it to, like what you said on the Mazda 3, $3,250. Is that right?
That is correct. So you can use the
Okay.
loyalty to go along with the incentivized rates, but you can't combine the customer cash and the incentivized rates, which I know a lot of that's going to be a little bit confusing for some of our customers. But the good thing is we have myself and some of our specialists that are going to be able to go over all the details for your particular situation. And what we try to do is work it a few different ways and give you a couple different options to go over, hey, this is what your payments would be if you went the incentivized interest rates. This is what you would be looking at if you take all of the available discounts and rebates. And we look at what's going to be the best fit for you. We are consultants. At the end of the day, we're going to consult you on your options, and we're going to give you our advice on what we think is going to be best fit for your particular situation. And then that way you can make an informed decision on what's going to be best for you and your family. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision. We just want to make sure that you're informed of how the different ways you can go about purchasing your vehicle.
Okay, good. All right. And one other thing, and I'm going to say this from a used car perspective because being the used car manager here at both sides, one of the things that I think our customers need to take into consideration, especially as an owner loyal customer, trades tend to be worth a little bit more money. When you're trading in a Mazda for a Mazda, it's no different than Hyundai for Hyundai, Genesis for Genesis. The reason why I say that is because it saves us the time, effort, money spent at the auctions and spending more money for a vehicle when we can just increase that value on our own. So it does change trade values. So if you're looking at the opportunity to present itself and maybe purchasing a new Mazda with you, not only are you going to get all the additional rebates up to $1,500 for owner loyalty, but your trade could be worth as much as $500, $1,000, or $1,500 in additional monies because I'm not having to wait and purchase that same Mazda, a 16, 15, or 17 model through the auctions and paying more money for that. So please inform your customers that if you have a like vehicle and you want to trade it in, I am willing and wanting to put the most money in that car so they can maximize the best deal for their needs and their family. Okay, so I just want to bring that to your attention. We had that meeting this morning with general manager, and we want to make sure everyone's aware of that fact. So please make sure your customers are aware of that as well. Okay, sir?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
whenever we have a customer that has a vehicle that's going to be traded in that is a Mazda, for instance, now, does it make a huge difference whenever they have had their car serviced with us?
No, I mean, we'd like to know the fact that they've serviced with us or maybe one of our other stores because, you know, as the Hiley Group, quite frankly, we have been around this Dallas-Fort Worth area for over 30 years. So being one of the largest family-owned and operated business, you're going to see a lot of folks that maybe live in Arlington and purchased and bought and serviced their car at one of our other stores, maybe Arlington or Hearst or somewhere else. But at the end of the day, being a Burleson dealership, we have access and can take care of our customers straight across the board. So if they've serviced with us for the last year or two, we're going to take that into consideration, knowing that there's less make-ready fees that we'd have to do to get that car ready. So again, we're going to eliminate cost, long-term cost, that's going to allow me to put more money in a vehicle for them. So I do not want to miss their business for you. So if there's any way to do that, we'll take all that into consideration, along with what Brad said earlier, that we can get this information ahead of time, get information on the trade, which I know you do a great job of doing for us. And I want to maximize the opportunity and monies for them. So believe me, all that is a factor.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this, Brad, Josh, right now, let me ask you this. With everything going on and the need to do business, do you feel like you're ready and available to these customers and can make sure that their personal needs are met as far as taking vehicles to them, providing them trade values, providing them best finance offers, providing them best pricing offers? So I want to make sure you know, and they know that you're here and available. But would you go ahead and tell our customers what our new sales hours are and what availability is for them as far as service is concerned as well?
Absolutely. So our sales hours are now from 9 to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So we're going to be here during those hours to answer any questions. We're going to be taking phone calls. We'll have our business managers on hand to answer any kind of finance questions, interest rates, payments, any kind of concerns we have with those. We're going to have them on hand, ready to help us out any way we need to. We have a lot of options when it comes to our vehicles, and so we're going to have our staff is going to be on hand, ready to do videos, ready to do any kind of presentations of our vehicles via FaceTime and via videos and YouTube to make sure that our customers are able to see all of their options during those times. And of course, we're always going to be here to answer your questions via text, call, email, whatever you need. We're here. Our service department, again, is going to be managed by Paul Ortega. He's going to be taking care of our customers, making sure they're here. He's going to be here from 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, until 5 o'clock. And then on Saturdays from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening. So, again, our service is going to be open. They're going to be able to do any kind of maintenance on not just Mazdas, but any vehicles you have. We'd love to see you guys. We'd love to see you come take advantage of our free car washes. And we're also going to be sanitizing our vehicles that come in for service as well for free. Normally that would be an extra charge that a lot of people would see somewhere out at some of the other stores. But honestly, we want to make sure we're taking care of our community. So if you have a vehicle that needs to get service done on it, again, whether you need to bring it in here, whether we need to schedule a valet to come pick up the vehicle for you, we do have loaner cars available as well. If you need something that's going to take a little bit of time for us to get the vehicle service done, whether it be something major, we're here to help. We're not going to be skipping out on our customers to make sure that if they need something, we're going to be here to take care of them. So if you guys have any questions, if you need anything at all, do not hesitate, whether it be something small or something just ginormous that you just need a little bit of help with. You know, we're here to serve. We're here to take care of you guys. We really want to strive to provide you with an excellent experience. And that, at the end of the day, we're here as essential business to be able to help out all of our customers in the community. So if you need us, we cannot stress enough, do not hesitate to give us a shout for even the smallest thing. We're here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Josh, we're about to wind this down. We're a little busy today, if you can believe this or not. We have, it's rainy, but there are still people here wanting to do business with us that have worked by appointment. Like we said, we set up earlier. They are here currently now. So we're doing all the right things, I think, to take care of our customers. The same thing applies on the Hyundai side and Genesis side as far as our service hours. We basically mirror the same on both sides of the street. So Mazda hours are pretty much the same and are the same at Hyundai and Genesis. We're here and available to help you. As Josh pointed out, there's a lot of things we're doing to make this a safe environment for you to be here. How we're going to handle our business moving forward, nothing is going to change. I want to thank those who asked some questions earlier. One in particular asked me after the conversation I had a minute ago is what's the longest we can push our payments to on Hyundai? Right now, that currently would be 120 days. We anticipate that increasing to longer, and we hope that you make the time to contact our sales professionals as well as sales managers. If you prefer to deal with us directly, you can contact me for trade evaluations at 817-945-9900. Of course, you can contact Josh like we discussed earlier, but we are here and available to assist you in any way possible. One thing that's very important, we're going to be doing this at least twice a week. We do want your participation. If you have any other questions, you're welcome to email us directly through our website, and more importantly, through our Facebook on Mazda of Burleson, Hiley Hyundai of Burleson and Hiley Mazda of Burleson will be available to you. So please keep that in mind. We thank you for your time today. We appreciate you guys stopping in. Brad, I know you're off, and I know Trey, you were off with another customer earlier. We'll look forward to meeting with you next time. Next time, we'll bring our service team involved so we can go over the next information for them. Josh, you did pass the test, so we're going to let you come back next time. We appreciate you, okay? And so thank you guys so very much. We appreciate everything. Everybody have a wonderful and safe day, and stay safe with your families. Thank you.